Morning, grade 8s. Welcome to Thursday's math. Today I was actually going to go over yesterday's quiz, the Google form quiz that we did online. There was 15 questions. However, there's not enough students that have written it yet. There's still more than half of you to write it, so it doesn't make sense to go over it before you write it. So give it a try. If you don't do as well as you wanted to, of course, you can redo it afterwards, but give it a try. Finish the work in advance. There's lots of stuff that lead up to that quiz. There's other Google Forms and other worksheets to do. So make sure you get that done first and then write the quiz, and we will go over it, I promise. We'll go question by question if you have any questions. So today I want to start a new unit, and it's kind of a scary sounding unit, central tendency. Sometimes we call it statistics, but it's really not very scary. And at the grade 8 level, there's only 4 terms you need to know: mean, median, mode, and range. And again, you may be familiar with some of them, you may not. This doesn't mean like being mean to your younger sibling. This is a totally different kind of mean. But the only way to learn them is to just memorize what they mean, memorize what their definitions are, and then use them with some numbers. And that's what I'm going to show you today. Just a quick startup lesson. So mean in statistics or in central tendency, all it means, I keep using that same word, mean is just the average. So you know how to calculate the average. If I have these numbers, test scores, 68, 90, 81, 52, the 5 students got those marks. All I would do is add them all up, right? And then divide by 5, and that would give me the average, okay? Median is the middle number, but that means you have to put the numbers in order from smallest to largest. And as a matter of fact, for these 3, it works way better if you put them in order from smallest to largest. So I'm going to show you a couple of different examples of how to do this. And that'll be it for today, just a quick intro to this, okay? So the first thing I'll do is the average, but actually back up one step. I'm gonna actually put everything in order. This works way better for all of these, except for average, but for everything else it works way better to put them in order from smallest to largest. So my smallest number was 52, right? And then I had a 68, and then I had an 81, and then a 90, and then 100, okay? So these are my test scores. These 5 students got these 5 test scores right here, okay, in order. Now let's figure out what all of these are. So the mean for this group, the average, okay? So I add these all up. Literally, that's all I do. 52 plus 68 plus 81 plus 90 plus 100, and I get 391 divided by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so divided by 5, I get 78.2%. So the average of these 5 test scores is 78.2, the mean. And that's just another word for average. Okay, literally interchangeable. Okay, how about the median? Now, my shortcut for this is there's that cement thing in the middle of roads, and we call those the median. Like you want to get over the median. So I always think middle median, and that's the way I remember it. So median is the middle number. Well, when I have 5 of these, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it's easy to find the middle number. 2 on this side, 2 on this side. So the median is 81. That's it. The mode is the number that occurs most often. Well, there isn't one. So the mode of this is literally 52, 68, 81, 90, and 100. It's all of them, or none of them, I guess, but they're all the mode. And the range is just biggest minus smallest. So my biggest number is 100, my smallest is 52. 100 minus 52 is 48. So the range of marks is 48%. That is it. That is it. Now, as you get more numbers, your questions might get more sophisticated, right? But that is the basics of central tendency for grade 8. Mean, median, mode, and range. Now, a couple other things. Let me put another set of numbers up here, just quickly, just to illustrate something. What if my numbers were, and maybe this is, it could be anything, ages of kids, playing in the playground, it could be anything. So let's just make up some numbers. Let's have 7, 12, 3, 14, 16, 16. Will that work? Actually, let's do this. Let's do another 3 here. Okay. So there are 6 numbers here. Okay. 2 things with this one. okay? There are 6 numbers instead of 5, so there's no actual middle number. I need to put them in order first. So I have a 3 and another 3, okay? Then I have a 7, and then I have a 12, and then a 14, and then a 16. So there's my numbers in order: 3, 3, 7, 12, 14, 16. Now to get the average, the mean, I would add them all up and then divide by 6. So I get 3 plus 3 plus 7 plus 12 plus 14 plus 16. And this time I'm going to divide by 6 because there's 6 numbers. So the average or mean is 9.17, okay? And that would be years old because this is ages. The median, the middle number, is a little different this time. And this is what you do, okay? I don't have an actual middle number. There's my middle, right? 3 on this side, 3 on this side. So I have 2 middle numbers. And what I do is I take the average of those 2 middle numbers. So I would go 7 plus 12 divided by 2 equals 9.5, okay? So my median is 9.5. The middle of all those numbers is 9.5. Mode is the number that occurs most often. And I have 2 3s. That's it. So the mode is 3. And the range is biggest minus smallest. 16 minus 3 is 13. That's it. There's nothing else to show you. There's just some practice to do. This is a unit that works better to learn as you go, as you practice questions, as you work through. That's the kind of the whole thing from beginning to end, what we're going to work on. I have a worksheet for you to start on, but I only want you to do section A. And if you're not done the quiz yet and you're still not finished with probability, go back and finish that first. We will work on statistics and central tendency next week. Have a good rest of your day. Enjoy the sun. Bye.